Today is the final reading for September 2024. And of course, this month's readings have been by Mary Davis. And this naturally is her last reading for this month. Next month, we are going to have Reverend Dr. Jesse Jennings as our writer. That's what I'll start with tomorrow. At what time, I don't know, because I have a business meeting tomorrow evening. So we'll see how that goes. So here we go. One love, one light, one peace. Another reading from the Science of Mind magazine daily guides, courtesy of Creative Life Spiritual Center, where we are a member of the Community Centers for Spiritual Living, which is a worldwide organization. First quote is from Pablo Casals, who was a famous cellist, composer, teacher of music. We are one of the leaves of a tree, and the tree is all humanity. We are one of the leaves of a tree, and the tree is all humanity. And from where else but 365 Science of Mind, this time way towards the end on page 560, Ernest Holmes, of course. This is what he says: the peace and the power of the divine presence is with me today. Therefore, I walk calmly, knowing I am enveloped in the divine presence. And we'll forget about the grammar. So the peace and the power of the divine love, of the divine presence, are with me today. And therefore, I walk calmly, knowing I'm enveloped in the divine presence. In other words, we are never alone. There's always the presence that's with us. And Mary Davis says, today you might find yourself in the midst of one of life's storms, or your heart might hold worries about a loved one who is facing hard times, or the suffering of our world might feel too heavy to bear. And you might ask, quote, how can I possibly find peace when there's no peace here, unquote. Mary Davis says, this is a question we all share. How do we find peace when peace seems so far away? For me, the answer arrived with crystal clarity. We cannot fix what is broken or take away the suffering of others. I'll come back to this. But we can practice finding the peace of divine love inside ourselves and shining the light of peace on others and to our world. These simple spiritual practices that we have contemplated this month help us walk a little more calmly amidst all of our challenges. With practice, we become better at finding peace right here in the home of our hearts. When our house is in order, we can tend to Rumi's vision, quote, be a lamp, a lifeboat, or a ladder. Help someone's soul heal. Walk out of your house like a shepherd, unquote. Of course, Rumi is the famous Middle Ages Persian poet. We expand the light of our peace outward, praying, supporting, and taking action in the ways that call to our spirits and illuminate our earthly home. Peace is a friend who never leaves. A friend who reminds us that the challenging pieces of our lives are not separate from the all-powerful source of creation, but instead are part of one love, one light, one peace. I'm going to do the affirmation, then I'll come back. The deep peace of divine love is eternally present within me. The deep peace of divine love is eternally present within me. So there's really a couple of messages that I get and I want to share from this reading. First one is that no matter what's going on around us, we can find peace within our own hearts. If it's not something with which we are directly connected or intimately connected, then it's easier, obviously. But if it is something with which we're intimately connected, it's harder, but we can still do it. And that's why Mary Davis and my boss, Reverend Dr. Jesse Jennings, and lots of other spiritual teachers of all traditions around the world keep telling people, do your spiritual work, because then you are built in a strong foundation and you can withstand what comes. So when it's directly affecting us, it's harder. But if we've done our spiritual work, then we can withstand the storm. When we've done our spiritual work, we can help others in the midst of their storm. And right now, there's lots of storms going on in the world. Can we personally fix all this right now with a wave of a magic wand? No. But we can, as we keep saying, put into the universal subjective, into the group subconscious mind that Holmes called the race mind, we can put good stuff in there that eventually percolates through to everybody. Mary Davis says, we cannot fix what is broken or take away the suffering of others. No, not directly, but we can, through our prayers, open up the opportunity within divine mind for things that are broken to be fixed and suffering to go away and be replaced by peace and calm. So can we do it directly just by waving a wand and it goes away? No, but can we indirectly do it? Yeah. Can we use spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer for individuals and for groups to help bring about peace, calm, love, etc.? Yes, we can. And how successful that is depends entirely on our belief level. And remember, belief is thought plus feeling. It's as simple as that. The deep peace of divine love is eternally present within me. I think one thing, I'm just trying to get back to my original screen here. I think one thing that strikes me about the readings for this month is that to a large extent, they've been fairly practical and they've not been theoretical at all. Yeah, occasionally you might argue some of it has been, but by and large, it's all been pretty practical and it's been good advice. Do I agree with everything that Mary Davis has said all month? No, you've heard me differ with her on some things. Sometimes it was merging into duality, which is saying that there's a force of good and evil that are fighting things out. Well, we don't believe that. Do we believe there's evil in the world, bad things in the world, in the universe? Of course there is. But there isn't some force for evil that's equal to the force for good, or God, the divine source, the all, if you like. Because if God is the all and all that there is, there can't be anything equal to or opposite God. But there can be a lot of differences and divergences within the system that is the divine. So that's my summary, and that's what I'm saying. When we talk about dualism, we're talking about competing equal forces, kind of like the original ideas in Zoroastrianism, where you had Ahura Mazda, the god of light, and Ahriman, the god of darkness, and these two are equal and opposite, and they're fighting things out throughout all eternity, except eventually, although they are equal and opposite, Ahura Mazda wins out, the god of light. So I guess they're really not equal and opposite. So we believe one source that is in and through and as everything, and that the essence of that source is love, and that when we tap into that universal source of love, then wonderful things can happen in the world. Are we personally doing it? No. Are we channels of it happening? Yes. So until tomorrow, and a whole brand new series of readings. At what time, I don't know, because before or after the business meeting, but I will be back then. Reverend Lisa will be back tomorrow morning, which is usually between 9 and 9:30. And until next time, no. Oh, yeah, Reverend Jesse is running a Bible class. If you are still interested in getting it, it's a Bible class looking at things from a new thought perspective. And if you're still interested in joining that, and there's still time right now, it's, let me see, it's 16:38, 4:38 p.m. Central Time. It starts at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 18:30 if you prefer. info@creativelife.org. info@creativelife.org. If you're still interested in joining the class, you still can. That will take you directly to Reverend Dr. Jesse Jennings, who is going to be the lead teacher in the class. So until next time, namaste.